Amara Okafor stared at the glittering Seoul skyline, her red dress catching the club's strobing lights. Less than 24 hours ago, she'd walked into her apartment to find her fiancé in bed with another woman. Now she was here, single, unmoored, trying to feel anything other than numb. Footsteps approached. A voice cut through the bass. "You look like someone who's had the worst day of their life." Amara turned. A tall Korean man leaned against the railing beside her, black shirt and jeans somehow more elegant than the designer suits inside. Sharp jawline. Dark eyes that seem to see too much. "And you look like someone who doesn't usually talk to strangers in clubs," she replied. A hint of a smile played at his lips. He extended his hand. "Jae." She studied his face. Something in his expression felt genuine beneath the practiced charm. She took his hand. "Amara." "So," he said, releasing her hand slowly. "Worst day of your life. Want to talk about it, or drink about it?" Despite everything, Amara laughed. "Neither." "Smart answer." He tilted his head. "But you'll never see me again. Your secret's safe." There was something about him, a sadness that mirrored her own, hidden behind expensive clothes and careful control. "I caught my fiancé in bed with another woman yesterday." His expression shifted. Surprise, then unmistakable anger on her behalf. "He's an idiot. You don't even know me. Don't need to." He shook his head. "Any man who'd throw away what he had with you is a fool." Something cracked in Amara's chest. Not the words themselves, but the way he said them. Like he meant it. "What about you?" she asked. "What brings someone like you here?" "Someone like me? That watch could buy a car. You're standing on a balcony alone instead of inside networking. Bad day too." He looked impressed. "Let's call it a bad month. Then we're both running from something." He turned to face her fully, and the intensity in his eyes made her breath catch. "Or towards something." The world narrowed. Music faded. Just them and the city lights, and the reckless feeling of having nothing left to lose. "Dance with me," he said. It wasn't a question. She placed her hand in his. They found a quieter corner where the music was softer, more sensual. His hand settled on her waist, warm, certain. Hers rested on his shoulders. They swayed together, and Amara felt the coiled tension she'd carried for 24 hours start to dissolve. "Thank you," she said quietly. "For what?" "For making me forget." His hand came up to cup her cheek, thumb brushing her jawline. "What if I don't want you to forget? What if I want to see you again?" Amara wanted to. God, she wanted to. But her trust was shattered, scattered across her apartment floor along with her engagement ring. And tomorrow morning, she had the interview that could change her entire life. "I'm not ready for that." Something flickered in his eyes, disappointment, understanding. "Then what are you ready for?" She looked up at him and made a decision completely unlike her careful, planned self. "I'm ready for tonight." His eyes searched hers, looking for hesitation. She answered by pulling him closer. "Come with me," he murmured against her ear. "Yes." The hotel room was pure luxury. Floor-to-ceiling windows, sleek furniture. The city glittering below like scattered diamonds. Amara barely noticed. They were on each other the moment the door closed. His lips found hers, and all the pain of the last day poured into that kiss. Her heartbreak, his whatever he was running from, the desperate need to feel something other than broken. His hands found her zipper. Hers worked at his buttons. Clothes fell away with urgency born of temporary permission, the freedom of strangers who owed each other nothing but this moment. They tumbled onto the bed. His hands traced her curves like he was memorizing her. His lips found her neck, her collarbone lower. The weight of him pressed her into expensive sheets, and for the first time since her world imploded, Amara felt something other than pain. She felt wanted, seen, alive. Afterward, they lay tangled together, breathing slowly returning to normal. His fingers traced lazy patterns on her shoulder. "Stay," he murmured, voice rough. "Till morning. Till noon. Just stay." Part of her wanted to wake up in his arms and see if this impossible connection could survive daylight. "I can't. I have something important tomorrow." "Then let me see you again. Give me your number." "I don't think that's a good idea." "Why not?" She turned to face him, memorizing the lines of his face in the dim light. Because this was perfect. Let's not ruin it with reality. He pulled her closer, and she let herself drift off in his arms, breathing in his scent, cedar and something expensive, something she'd never smell again after tonight. The alarm shrieked at 7 a.m. Amara's eyes snapped open. Unfamiliar ceiling. Luxury hotel room. The warm weight of an arm across her waist. Her interview. 9 a.m. KM Fashion Group. The opportunity she'd been working toward for years. She carefully extracted herself from Jay's embrace, gathering her clothes as quietly as possible. At the door she paused and looked back at him. Still sleeping, dark hair falling across his forehead. Looking younger in the morning light. Better to leave now while it was still perfect. While she could still pretend this was just a beautiful escape and not something that might have meant more. She slipped out. In the bed, Min-jae's eyes opened. He'd been awake since she started moving, had felt her pull away, watched through barely cracked lids as she gathered her things. He'd kept still, curious to see what she'd do. She'd just left. No note. No goodbye. He sat up, staring at the empty space where she'd been. He couldn't remember the last time someone had affected him like this, made him want morning and the day after and the day after that. His phone buzzed. His assistant. Mr. Kang reminder. Final interviews at headquarters begin at 9 a.m. Min-jae stared at the message, then at the door. For a moment, he considered canceling everything to find her. Then he shook his head. He was Kang Min-jae, CEO of KM Fashion Group. He didn't chase after one-night stands, no matter how extraordinary. But he couldn't shake the feeling that he just let something important slip through his fingers. By 8:30, Amara was transformed. Professional navy suit. Crisp and conservative. Hair in an elegant bun. Minimal makeup. She examined herself in the mirror and barely recognized the woman in the red dress from last night. Good. That wasn't her. This was her focus-driven professional. KM Fashion Group was her dream. This job could change everything. KM Fashion Group headquarters was a glass and steel tower that seemed to pierce the sky. Amara entered through the massive lobby, her heels clicking on marble, trying to calm her racing heart. Good morning. How can I help you? Amara Okafor. 9 a.m. interview for Creative Marketing Director. The receptionist's fingers flew across her keyboard. Ah yes, Ms. Okafor. There's been a change to your schedule. The CEO will be conducting your interview personally. Amara's eyebrows rose. The CEO himself? Mr. Kang is very particular about his senior creative team. Please have a seat. Someone will come for you shortly. 9 a.m. came and went. 9:30. 10. 10:30. 11. Amara tried not to fidget, running through her talking points, reviewing her portfolio for the 100th time. I'm so sorry for the delay, the receptionist said at 11. Mr. Kang was held up. He should be ready shortly. At 11:15, a sharp-suited assistant appeared. Ms. Okafor? Mr. Kang will see you now. Follow me, please. This was it. The assistant led her to the executive floor. All glass walls and minimalist design. She stopped at a large door. Mr. Kang will see you now. Amara took a deep breath, smoothed her skirt and walked in. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking Seoul. Minimalist furniture in blacks and grays. A massive desk with a high-back chair facing the window. A silhouette visible against the light. Good morning, Mr. Kang. Her voice was steady, professional. Thank you for seeing me. I've admired KM Fashion Group for years, and I'm honored to be considered for. The chair swiveled around. Jay sat before her in an impeccable charcoal suit.